Colombia is a country in South America and the fifth largest country in Latin America. It is home to the second largest Spanish-speaking population in the world. Colombia strongly reflects its history as a colony of Spain. It is often referred to as the most Roman Catholic of the South American countries. The economy is traditionally based on agriculture, particularly coffee and fruit production. The population is largely concentrated in the mountainous interior, where Bogota, the national capital, is situated on a high plateau in the northern Andes Mountains. The nation's political instability has been historically tied to the unequal distribution of wealth, and the illicit trade in drugs, mainly cocaine, remains a major disruptive factor in Colombian life. Hippie Park is a popular gathering area for pot smokers and protesters. Colombian law allows people to grow up to 20 plants and carry up to 20 grams for personal use, though selling marijuana is illegal. This pizza shop adjacent to the park is popular among police and park-goers. Here, caramel is smeared onto the crust. This neighborhood is packed with bars and restaurants, and every night partying goes late. A local friend named Jason is very proud to have a job at this restaurant and shows me around.
Hola, bienvenidos a Gallina, Distrito Gallina. Distrito Gallina es un restaurante muy tradicional colombiano. Acá tenemos allá el caldo, que es lo de la gallina. Tenemos picadas, esa es la gallina, pero ya ahorita a esta hora casi no hay gallina. Pero esa es la gallina, mira. Y ahí tenemos, acá en Colombia es muy tradicional las picadas, ¿sí? Las picadas, picadas con chorizo, la rellena, la negrita, que no es tan conocida. Acá es puro caldo de gallina.
Es muy grande.
Sí, es muy grande.
¿Y qué es adentro?
Adentro tienen mollejitas y gallina desmechada. Y la parte de la rabadilla que va ahí para la sustancia. No, pues acá somos muy tradicionales.
¿Y cuánto tiempo ha cuidado hoy?
Sí, desde la mañana. Desde las 7 de la mañana. Por ahí como 5 horas, 6 horas sirviendo.
Esta razón que el sabor es tanto bueno.
Tradicional, sí, mire.
Y más tarde será muy ocupado.
Sí, más tarde, sí. La gente antes come, antes de irse a
claro.
A tomar.
Hasta las 3 de la mañana.
Hasta las 3 de la mañana trabajamos.
Entonces están trabajando.
Sí, señor. Desde las 12 del día hasta las 3 de la mañana. ¿Sí?
Muy interesante. Yo tengo mucho de eso en las cocinas.
En la cocina, sí.
Y la comida en las cocinas.
Okay, sí, claro.
Porque a mí me gusta cocinar.
Sí.
The Basilica Menor Nuestra Señora de Lourdes is a landmark sanctuary built in 1875 in neoclassic style. Homemade lunch can be found at a very low price. This 3-course meal was under $3. I couldn't help but notice that Colombian hamburgers, besides hamburger, mozzarella cheese, tomato, and lettuce, they always contain crushed potato chips or shoestring potatoes, plus barbecue sauce and pineapple. Jason takes me to a local seafood market. Now we head over to the Plaza de Mercado de Palo Quemo, Bogota's main food market. Dime sobre estos picantes y pimientos.
Ají. ¿Cómo se llama este ají?
Esos son jalapeños, ¿verdad?
Jalapeños.
Jalapeño y fresnos. ¿Cómo se dice eso?
Jalapeño.
Ya.
Jalapeño. ¿Y este?
Limo.
¿Y ese?
Serrano.
¿Y ese
Ah, serrano.
Serrano.
Tomatillo.
Peruano.
¿Qué es eso?
Peruano. ¿Y este? ¿Y cuál es el más picante de todos esos?
El habanero.
¿Este? ¿Sí?
No, ¿ese es el más picante?
Este es el más picante.
¿En el serrano?
Este.
¿O este? ¿Y cómo se llama?
Habanero.
Sabanero.
Pues sí, a mí me gusta
es
mucho.
Pasilla.
Con mucho fumo.
¿Sí?
Tiene mucho fumo en el sabor.
Ok.
Aquí tenemos herbos, muchos herbs, many kinds of herbs. The smell is intense.
¿Y qué caldos tiene más?
Oh, bueno, gracias.
Sí,
Sí, a mí me gusta, está bien.
And this is Jose. Oh, not Jose. This is Jason. Hola. And
Yo,
una moñona, mire, moñona. La comida se llama moñona.
Okay.
Es carne, huevos, arroz. Ya me comí la mitad. Carne con, acá se le llaman goulash, perdón, cebollada.
Okay.
Una receta base de queso y maíz.
Bueno.
Haru, ya se llama. ¿Me puedes hacer, por favor?
Venezuela depende que sigan saliendo o no millones de venezolanos hacia Colombia y otros
Yo he comido un buñuelo con queso. Pero este es diferente.
Más pesante, it's heavier and it's thicker.
nuevo represor ministerial se conoció que el presidente aceptó de Colombia contra el
Okay. Hola.
Hola,
¿Cómo
me
te
llamo
llamas?
Jefferson. Vamos a hacer un tour para el centro.
¿Y qué hay en el centro?
En el centro muchos lugares turísticos.
Okay.
Sí,
Y vamos esperando un Uber.
Uber para ir a visitarlo. El señor no lo ha visitado. Se lo voy a mostrar.
Okay, bueno.
Vamos, Terry.
Okay.
Let's go.
Mira la orden, el postre, quesillo, pan de caramelo a la orden.
Mango, muy lindas. ¿Usted lo ha hecho? Queremos tomar chocolate caliente con queso. Chocolate caliente.
Chocolate para queso. Queso chocolate.
Perfecto. ¿No es demasiado duro?
Sí, es un poco duro. Un poquito nomás.
Más suave si sentía para un rato.
Yo soy santiaguero de los pachangueros de Ponce que saben.
Esto es la casa del presidente, pero exactamente no queda adelante sino detrás. Esta es una iglesia muy antigua acá en Bogotá, muy reconocida, muy turística.
¿Y el nombre?
El nombre no me lo sé, pero tiene algo reconocido, algo así como Ave María. Sí.
According to the 2018 census, the Colombian indigenous population numbers almost 2 million individuals who in turn belong to 115 different native peoples. Along with many campesinos and Afro-Colombian, many indigenous people in the country continue to struggle with forced displacement and landlessness as a result of the long-term armed conflict in Colombia. Members of Colombia's Emberá community, many of whom are victims of conflict, have camped for months in Colombia's capital to generate attention and demand change. They are determined to resist and stay until the government provides them with safe lands and security guarantees that make a dignified life possible. El Barrio Candelaria is very famous for its street art and murals. I now begin a tasting tour sampling many examples of Colombian food.
Combine it with hot chocolate or bread. I also like to make like take out the top part of the bread and stuff it with smoke. So you just go like in your pajamas and
Reminds me of an artichoke.
go to the closest bakery and buy one of these. But this one will be for one person each one of them. 48, where a lot of people were.
¿Tan fuerte está?
No,
Quiero emborracharme.
no está tan fuerte. Claro, ahí sí no grave la verdad.
El acompañamiento de la gente para acá. No, debe para acá subirlo. Te vas para dar la sopa. Porque es que se come con crema de leche. Es en el acompañamiento.
With my interest in fine dining, I was determined to find one of the best restaurants in Colombia. I found it at Galenos.
Vamos a servir aquí con Sylvaner, un vino francés de la frontera con Alemania, una bodega de 14 generaciones haciendo vino. Tiene una guarda de 6 meses sobre Elías, el cual lo va a hacer en el paladar untuoso, va a tener también su frescura y va a realzar los sabores del risotto, ¿vale? Por favor que lo disfruten.
Gracias.
Buen provecho.
Gracias.
el asado de tira argentino. Está servido sobre una humita de maíz y queso, un chimichurri de kale, que es la parte verde que tenemos en la parte de arriba, y una corona de auyama, ¿vale?
Ok, pero muchas gracias.
El perfume viene en las texturas como el helado, las esferas, tenemos jengibre, pomelo, flor de azahar y tenemos un crocante que es a base de pimienta. La idea es tomar el crocante con la mano izquierda o la derecha y los demás ingredientes irlos consumiendo a medida que van tomando las dos cosas. Okay. Bueno, entonces, por favor, y ya le traigo su vino.
Muchas gracias.
Con mucho gusto.
Este es nuestro último paso para culminar el menú. Es el postre, es una milhoja con una técnica francesa, un hojaldre grueso, servido con una crema pastelera de vainilla y arequipe o dulce de leche. Está complementado con un toque de chocolate y un coulis de frutos rojos. Adelante, por favor, que la disfruten.
Gracias.
Con mucho gusto. ¿Café?
Sí.
¿Un expreso?
Espresso, sería bueno. Gracias. An excursion to Montserrat. The sanctuary of Montserrat was built in 1620. The basilica houses the image of the fallen Lord of Montserrat, an effigy of Christ, which, according to the faithful, performs miracles, and at the top, visitors can walk the stations of the cross.
Cuando le da el arranque de estar bien, Chile está bien, cuando no.
Maybe do you want something?
Oh, no, thank you. Can you tell me what everything is here? What is this?
What is this? Is cow intestine.
Cow intestine. Maybe one piece?
Yes.
Cuando yo tenía 21.
En Colombia, chunchullo.
We got papas.
Yeah, yes, yellow potatoes, salt potatoes, and black sausages, lawn, hen, sausages, plantain.
And what is this one? Oh, chicken, pollo?
Hen.
Oh, hen.
Yeah.
¡Estamos vivos! ¡Estamos vivos! ¡Ay, qué bueno! ¿Sí nos conocían? ¡Sí! Para los que no nos conocían, nosotros somos... ¡Avilla!
Buenas, a la otra mirecita. Bien de abejas.
Otros a mitad de precio. Buenas tardes. Mantengamos los valores.
Hola,
Hola,
¿cómo se llama?
Gianfranco,
¿Cuántos años tienes?
20,
¿Y qué tienes en la bolsa?
boom.
¿Para qué?
Aprender a pagar una habitación.
¿Por qué no tiene casa?
No tengo casa.
Ah, qué lástima.
Apóyenlo, apóyenlo. Pero ayuda.
¿Un amigo?
Sí.
Ok, muchas gracias. Fúmala. Mucho fumo.
Demasiado.
Coffee. The ability that it was possible to cultivate over here because of the elevation is rice.
Sí, está peligroso eso.
Verde, por favor, gracias.
The Peñol is 930 feet long and 360 feet wide. It has some breaks, one of which was used to construct the 740 steps of the stairway to the summit. The stone of Peñol is composed of quartz, feldspar, and granite.
Piece of cake.
The surrounding reservoir, called El Base El Peñol Guatapé, is one of the largest lakes in the country, created by the construction of a hydroelectric dam that provides 30% of the electricity supply of Colombia.
¿Persimmon? ¿Y qué es esto?
Atemoya.
¿Temoyo?
Parecía a la chirimoya.
¿Y este?
Lich, rambután, o la gente lo conoce como lich.
¿Y este?
Mangostino.
Mangosteen. ¿Y estos?
Corel.
Siento el pecho vacío mío, de que no estás aquí. No estoy pensando en ti. Y siento el pecho vacío mío, de que no estás aquí. No estoy pensando.
It wasn't all this good. Yeah. The middle of all this. Was your first time? Yes.
It had a micro football, basketball and volleyball court. In the upper part, where you can see these concrete columns, Pablo had the stables. He had a residence field so that the horses wouldn't lose their way.
The city of Medellin is divided into 16 communes. I was staying in number 14, Appledata, but we're going to take a look at number 13 in San Javier. For many years, this was described as the most dangerous neighborhood in the world. It is now the safest neighborhood in the world.
Now it is not that dangerous place anymore. It's such a warm place, full of art, culture, amazing people.
This escalator opened in 2011, and the development has become a model for urban planning around the world. More importantly, the simple innovation is credited with helping to bring peace and pride to a community once plagued with violence.
Que lo hacemos que chimba de los raperos. Eso es en la tierra primavera. Él es el del dinero, pero la que lo administra es ella. Ay, que va. Los guías, eso es fenomenal. ¿Saben cómo es que lo hacemos? Tenemos el ambiente. Y dime tú cómo te sientes con esta bonita red. Mira, tú la chimba me siento genial, pero más pipa, gente, todos me van a ayudar. Familia me va a colaborar. De no, y una bulla que retumbe toda la ciudad. Para improvisar en la tierra primavera. Esa es la sensación. Improvisando bien, hermano, te lo hago en enteración. My people, they tango, my people, they tango, my people, they tango, my people, they tango. La familia que te voy a saludar, también a su área, desde de New York, con la cualidad, con la chaga Alemania, brujería, con
It's crack open, is it okay? Actually, sometimes we prepare it this way. The sauce? The sausage. It's called butifarra. And they are a little beef sausage, I mean. And they have a little spicy taste. It's not spicy, but it has a taste in order just to ferment it with it. Because they usually pull a lot of the spices and then ferment it on the sun. So they let it sun dry, and that's why it gets the whole spicy flavor. But it's not spicy at all. Because I won't take a no as an answer. We are all trying the coffee today. No excuses, no hesitation.
Okay. Let's get the left one. Okay. Let's get the left one. Okay. Let's get the left one. Okay.
Cartagena is a port city in Colombia's Caribbean coast. By the sea is the walled old town, founded in the 16th century with squares, cobblestone buildings, and colorful colonial building. El Centro is the area that contained the government buildings, cathedral, and residences of the wealthy during Spanish colonial times. Most buildings show the wealth of the city's colonial past. What is the significance of the colors in the scarf and the black lady? Okay, dime en español.
Es la raza de mujeres, la última raza pura de mujeres negras. ¿Entiendes un poco?
Sí, no.
Es la raza pura
sí,
de mujeres afrodescendientes.
Muéstrame tu pintura. The wall was a project that lasted nearly 2 centuries and ended in 1796, constructed with the aim of defending the city from the continuous pirate attacks that it suffered. I chose to have dinner at an upscale seafood restaurant, called Restaurante Mar de las Antillas. We are en route to a crepe restaurant, but we stop along the way for a lemonade. ¿Cuántas tienes que usar para una copa?
Diga,
¿Cuántas tienes que usar para hacer una copa?
para ¿qué peso? Lo que quiera el cliente, lo normal son 5 o 4 limones, pero hay clientes que piden más.
Sí, claro.
Porque es que ya ahí adentro tiene, sino que como el hielo alarga agua, entonces esto ayuda a que de pronto el sabor no se le vaya.
Hip Getsemani centers on Holy Trinity Square, where laid-back groups gather to drink beer, listen to street musicians, and snack on grilled arepas from nearby stalls. Lively pizzerias and casual bistros serving Colombian staples line the surrounding streets, which are also known for their vivid murals. Buenos días.
Bien.
¿Pescado para el restaurante?
No, de esa familia.
Oh, para la familia. Oh, mucho pescado. Una familia muy grande. ¿Verdad?
Fósforo. Comer fósforo.
Oh.
3 personas.
¿Y qué clase de pescado es eso?
Corvina.
Oh.
Palgo.
Y pago, sí. Lo conocen los ambos.
Sí. Vamos a la vocera, ¿cuál fue mi vocera? Vamos a la vocera, ¿cuál fue mi vocera?
Hay moscas, ¿verdad?
Quiere caminar.
Mango. Si hay cerveza, si hay gaseosa, si hay agua.
Que esta luz brille en nosotros y aleje nuestras oscuridades con el paz del pecado.
So, I've been anxious to sit down with you and talk about this incredible place I'm staying at. I've got lots of questions for you.
Yeah.
And you are?
Camilo Miranda.
Camilo Miranda.
Yeah.
And this is your house here in Cartagena. Very unusual.
Yeah, well, my dad's house. I hope it's mine.
Oh, it's still your father's house?
Yes. He lives in Chia, nearby Bogota.
Okay, and tell me what this house is, basically.
Well, so this was a lot in the 90s.
That recently?
Well, yeah.
In the 90s?
Just that it looks older than it is.
Okay.
I will explain you later on.
Okay.
So these are basically two lots. This part, until that wall, it's one lot. And then he bought the two lots and then put them together, connected. But there was nothing here, just the original wells from the colony, so from the 17th century.
Oh, so the outside walls are
original. Some of the walls and the facade was original, plus the wells. But besides that, nothing was here. There were humble people living in these like little houses in the lot, prefabricate. But he ended up like taking out everything, just kept the original parts, the walls and the wells.
And his goal was to create what this is.
Exactly. So what he wanted was to replicate a colonial house, sorry. Because there were a lot of houses that were demolished here. They didn't respect like the law of conserving the original things that the city has in the old town. So he wanted to replicate and show to the people how the construction of the colonial was. So that's why you see a lot of like materials that were used, in this colony era.
So, for example, these archways were reconstructed?
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah, he bought some stone from the surroundings of Cartagena, and a lot of things that he had from what he bought during 20 years that he traveled around Colombia, collecting these old pieces and materials that then he used them.
And los muebles también. I mean, all the furniture is very old and antique.
Yeah, there's part of the furniture that was from Antioquia, so it's a mix of different regions' style with the furniture.
Amazing. So, outside of the walls, and there's all these little mysterious rooms that I, of course, not have seen because they're rented to people, including my bedroom over here.
Right.
But I have no idea what's hiding behind these doors. It's like a mystery.
Yeah, well, there's 7 rooms in total.
Okay.
We rent only 4 right now. We have 1 for guests, 1 for my brother, and 1 for me, that I'm actually living here.
So you and your wife actually live here?
Yeah.
Well, you're very secluded because at night there's no sign of life anywhere.
Exactly. It's a peaceful neighbor. Well, it's a peaceful house surrounded by a crazy, like neighbor.
And I've seen stairs. I've gone up a couple of them, but I mean there are some stairways and ladders and so on that I haven't had the courage to climb up to see what is there.
Where you can explore them all. There's mainly terraces. Yeah, there's up there in that terrace. There's a garita, and it was representing how the guards and the soldiers were taking care of the fortress.
The wall.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they were using these garitas to keep an eye on pirates.
Right. In the like 16th century.
Exactly. 16th century, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. And so he reconstructed a replica.
Exactly.
Oh, I see.
Why. And the main reason that for when he bought the lot was because there were the whales. So for him, he's super ecological. He's an artist and an architect.
Okay.
So they were used to collect water. So in all these neighbor, like the working hand people were living actually in Getsemani, and like the realeza, like the queen and the king, were living in the old town. So here, the people that were living here, they were collecting water out of this.
Amazing. And the kitchen and the dining room here, la sala, la cocina, they were reconstructed to be authentic to an old colonial house.
Well, it's a mix, but yeah, they were using a lot of tiles, as you see, with like some decorations and like open spaces, like big spaces. So that's why the Commodore is like.
Well, I mean, Portugal is so famous for their tiles.
Yeah.
And I was surprised to see similar patterns and designs here.
Well, his master, like he always followed Gaudí, the Spanish artist, and he was using a lot of tiles, creating mosaics. So he mixed that like concept with the colonial style houses. So that's why you can see actually in your bathroom there's some mosaics.
Well, and actually all over the city.
As well,
Yeah.
there's some of them.
Some of them, but I have seen probably most of them here.
Exactly. Well, they were more used for the floors,
Yeah.
Not like
in the walls. Yeah.
Right.
And this tree, I mean, this tree must have some kind of history.
We calculate there's, it has 70, a little bit more years. It's a rubber tree, and was here when he constructed.
It's great that he kept it because it's a beautiful centerpiece.
Yeah, it's not original from the region. It's actually this type of tree came from Asia. But in the city nowadays, you can see few of them.
So the artwork that's on the walls are things, like you said, he's collected from going around the country.
Exactly. So he does a lot of sculptures out of metal pieces that he finds in the garbage, basically, and he blends them and make them together to create those sculptures that you see around the
So this is virtually a gallery for his work.
That's what he considered a house.
Yeah. Does he have other galleries?
Well, he has one nearby Chia, and his project is called Arquitectura, like the mix of architecture and art. And he has a lot of his sculptures and a lot of pieces that he has collected, including wooden walls, fence, metal, rock pieces that he is using when he constructs houses.
And what is his name?
Alfonso Miranda.
Alfonso Miranda.
Yeah, nowadays the house, well, I'm taking care of the house. It used to be our summer house for like the past 20 years until I came to live here. And I opened doors to the people. He was a little bit conservative on open the house, but now he's focused on his gallery, and he allowed me to manage it. So I'm now doing Airbnb to show the people his art piece.
Would you have done the same thing like with the Airbnb if you had this opportunity 10 years ago? I mean, the city has changed a lot, right?
Yeah. I think so, yeah. What we want in the future will be to convert this in a museum of the city. That's like his goal. But in the meantime, he accepted to make it like an Airbnb or a hotel later on.